Danny Flexen for Seconds Out, delighted to be joined by Maxi Hughes, probably the most in-form fighter in the country at the moment, just coming off your latest win over Viktor Kotochigov, I believe is how you pronounce it. Could be completely wrong, but a very good win. Captured the WBC international title as well out in Dubai. Just tell us about the fight itself, and you're obviously very confident going in. Did it pan out pretty much as expected?
Yeah, I believe it did. From what we'd watched and the game and what we practiced in gym, it'd be sort of box to how we thought it'd box. And the fight just went as planned. Like we'd written the script, and we just had to just go and follow it, and it were enjoyable. Like, and especially out in Dubai, we really enjoyed the experience. So yeah, all went well.
And he was in the WBC top 15, which obviously the international belt gives you that privilege. Yeah. So you must now get a top 15 ranking. How does it feel to be in the top 15 for that famous green belt?
I'm chuffed to bits. Like, it's such a. I mean, they're all prestigious titles, but you know that one as well, the green and gold. It's a beautiful looking belt. So yeah, puts me in top 15. Spoke to Anton from MTK after the fight. He says, "Well, we'll just get you pushed up them rankings now." So yeah, it's exciting times ahead for me.
And you get to be on the A side of the bill hopefully next time as well. You come in as the underdog twice. And
I know. You know what? I like it though. I think it feels strange when they say, "Oh yeah, you're favourite now."
You're expected to win, yeah.
Yeah, so I much prefer. Well, it'd be nice to be that, the favourite and, like you say, the A side. But I'm happy we're doing with how it's been. I enjoy it. I did find it laughable that I was the underdog. I mean, he'd had 12 fights against no one to the level that I've been at, and every one of the five, everybody who I've lost to has won a British title, and then Liam Walsh has fought for a world title. Martin Ward's on verge of a world title. He's been European and Commonwealth champion, and I've pushed them all away. It's not like I've stepped in with them and got laid out, and they're like, "Oh well, you're not at that level."
Well, it's not just the ones you've lost to. You beat Jono Carroll, who challenged for a world title as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so and that's what makes it laughable that I were underdog. But it's how these things work and how bookies see it, innit? But again, people who knew me won some money again.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's every cloud and all that.
Yeah.
You've had two really big wins, probably the two best wins of your career just in the last few months. What's the secret?
I think it was 8 weeks. 8 weeks, I think, exactly. Yeah, so I'm buzzing, yeah. I seem to be got some really good momentum. I'd like to fight again in another 8 weeks' time, which I think will take me to early to mid-December. But I'll be ready for that. I'll be back in gym as soon as I can. I think I've got to do 14 days now, 14-day quarantine. But I can do a bit of training at home just to keep my body a little bit fit. But I think the rest will probably do me good. I've had 2 back-to-back camps, so 2 weeks off, and then I'll go again. Hopefully, it'd be nice to get in December again, and get another good win, defend belt, or if they can push me for something else, see what MTK can sort for me.
What's the secret? That's what everyone's going to want to know. What is this huge surge in form in the last few months? What's changed?
I don't know, to be honest. I think just hard work. Just keep working hard, keep wanting it, and keep pushing myself. There were a few times where during this last camp, obviously, because I was straight back into training from the Jono Carroll fight. There were times, because I was still working as well, that I'd finish work and I just wanted to go home and have night off. I just thought, oh God, I just want to have a rest. But I dragged myself, and I realised, I thought, right, it's not long, it's not too long away. There's a big fight to win here. Let me push myself, drag myself out to the gym, push myself on my runs, and it's paid off. Persistence, I guess. Persistence is key.
I want to talk a little bit about Sean OHagan as well, because I think a lot of people doubted him in the past. He's taken his son to a world title, but that was just his son, similar to Enzo Calzaghe when he started out with Joe, I suppose, that he'd only done it with him. And then he's quite a charismatic sort of guy as well, a bit of a maverick character.
Yeah.
But given what's going on with you as well now, is it time for people to afford him a bit more respect?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, we've also got young Reece Mauldin, Jim, who's undefeated English champion. He's now manager for British, and Sean's got in there. He's got a vast knowledge of experience. He has been, I think he was, it's about 30 years he's been involved in boxing. I think he was involved in maybe amateur boxing before Josh started. So he's just been around it a long, long time, and all given is laughing and joking and his character. When it's time to get down to business, he's deadly serious about it, and just the way he's willing to adapt and listen and learn off other people. It's not like my way works and this way. He'll ring other coaches and other people in boxing and ask their opinions and ask their advice, and is willing to learn that and take that on. So he's willing to listen to other people and learn and adapt. Like how we adapted my training. Obviously, we did a full proper training camp for Jono, Carroll, a full good 7-8 weeks where we hit all bases. We were doing bag work, pad work, all circuits, sparring, everything involved in boxing. Well, because I'd done all that camp and moved straight back in for Viktor, the only thing that I did in gym, I turned up, I was doing sparring, so I only went to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. For sparring alone, I'd do a warm-up and spar, and then the days between, I just ran. That's all I did, because I was still fit from the Carroll fight. I just needed to maintain.
Stay sharp.
So, and that were down to Sean saying, "You've just done a camp. I know you don't need to be beasted back into shape and thingy. You're already in shape. Your weight's good. Everything. So we just need to do these spars." And sometimes if I came to gym and I was tired, it'd be a steadier spar where it'd like get my sparring partner just throw certain shots and what Viktor might do, and we'd be practicing that way. So I'd be training my brain to be expecting and preparing for what Viktor might do. So he is a very, very good coach and very underrated. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's done and achieved.
A lot of fans out there in the last little while seem to be taking you to their hearts. Have you noticed much of a difference in terms of people engaging with you more on social media and so on?
Absolutely, yeah. It's not that I want to be pitied, because I've been on scene and been on Box and Telly for a while. First boxed on Sky 7 years ago against Scotty Carroll at that time. I think it would only had 10 fights apiece. Both undefeated going into it, so they've seen me get these fights, and because the fights I've had with the likes of Martin Ward, Carroll, Liam Walsh, have all been so close. Some people might have sort of explained how they feel like I was sort of unlucky. You're unlucky not to get that. You're unlucky. So now that I'm getting these wins and I'm getting pushed and backed by MTK, everybody just seems happy for me, which I am really grateful for all the messages of support and everybody reaching out to me. It does mean a lot, and it's nice, yeah.
You've always been really keen to win that British title. You've challenged for it in the past. Are you beyond it now because you're getting these kind of fringe world level wins?
I wouldn't say that. I'd still love that British, but I'm sort of at this stage of my career now, where now, especially I've got this WBC and a top 15 ranking. I will like them to push me that international side and towards that that big WBC main title. That seems now like my tunnel vision. I'm thinking, right, I'm close to that. I'm in touching distance. So if MTK are willing to put me up there and get some good money fights, absolutely, yeah. I'll be happy to step aside from British and go that way. Definitely.
Let's just briefly talk about the British, even though you've got no direct interest in it at the moment. The board meeting is in 2 days as we talk now, so we can't predict what's going to happen. Some are speculating that James Tennyson may vacate rather than face his mandatory Liam Walsh. Tennyson's got ambitions at a higher level, similar to you, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the last time we spoke, wasn't it, when you said they were mentioning James for if it European or possibly that Linares fight. But again, James will probably be in a similar position to me, especially now that he can say he's won it. So I would imagine. So I did speak to Liam Walsh on phone a couple of weeks ago as well, and he said that when I was just asking him what he's up to, and he says board's made him mandatory, and he understands, and he probably wouldn't expect Tennyson to face him because he's got them ambitions going onto World, so he don't blame him for that. So again, Liam feels he's possibly in a bit of no man's land where he just don't know what's going to happen. But back to James, he's probably going to push on. I think he might be ranked across all world sanctioning bodies. I think highest maybe with WBA, as he's fought for a WBA international, something like that. And so I believe he'll be pushing on, trying to get up to that world title.
Do you think you might get nominated if he does step aside and Liam Walsh needs a co-challenger?
They could see me as that, because I think I might be in top 5 with British now. I could do, yeah. But we're both with MTK, and we both just want the biggest and best fights for each other, and ourselves. So we'll just see what MTK do. Maybe they might want to play a bit of Monopoly within the stable. Just see what they have to say for us, and so they'll be looking after our best interests. So just let them decide and see what they come up with.
Great stuff.